Without a doubt, word of mouth is the absolute best way to grow any business, especially a music-based business. In this video, I'm going to help you actually train your own leads and your own clients to start referring you to other people, which will then bring you more people in. It'll start that word of mouth snowball, and then you won't have to do any advertising or promoting yourself. Word of mouth has that exponential snowball effect. So one person will refer a couple of people, those two people will refer a couple of people, and before you know it, one client brings you 16 in just from working with one client. So it's extremely powerful, and once this gets started, then there's no stopping you at all, as long as you continue to provide a good service and over-deliver to your clients. To maximize your chance of getting referrals, always remember to over-deliver on a project. Under-promise and over-deliver. So you should always have something in your mind that throughout the project or at the end of the project, you're going to do something additional, something extra, something that you didn't promise or say that you was going to do for them. And then you'll over-deliver, you'll do something extra and go the extra mile. And that is going to massively boost your chance of getting referrals. It's also important to know, which I found really interesting, is that clients remember the last 5 to 10% of a project more than the other 90%, a lot more. So if you have a really good project with someone, you're constantly communicating, everything's running really smoothly, and then the last 5 to 10%, when you're sending the files, some argument starts, or you do something to jeopardize your relationship with that client, your client is going to remember that, as opposed to the other 90% of the project where you was a perfect person to work with. So you need to remember, if anything, that the last 10% of the project is the most important. You need to make sure that that person, that client or your customer leaves with a good taste in their mouth, so they'll openly want to refer you and come back to you again in the future. It's important to know though that you shouldn't just assume that people will refer you or expect people to refer you either. You can do as good a job as you want, but that doesn't mean that that person is going to actively go out and start referring you. So what you need to do at the end of every project, when you've over-delivered, when that person is so happy with the service you provided, you then need to ask them if they know anyone, if they have any friends, or they know of any other musicians that could use your services. At this point currently, when you've just over-delivered and you've given them an incredible service, at that point in time, they will never be happier to refer you to someone else. So if you ask that of them right now, right after you've completed a project, then that is your best chance. If they don't know anyone currently, just stress to them that if they do know anyone in the future, or they come across anyone in the future, if they could politely just refer them to you or send them your way to contact you, then that is also good, because you're turning one client into many clients just from asking a simple question, and the worst you can get is a no. You can also use a similar process for when you're cold outreaching new leads. So say if you're messaging people online every day or every week, and someone turns around and says, hey, thanks for reaching out, but I'm not interested in your services right now, or I won't be interested at all, then at that point, you've already got a no. That's fine. You've lost that person, you've lost that lead, but you can actually turn that negative into a positive by asking them if they know anybody who's interested themselves. So I've done this before, where I've reached out to someone and they've politely rejected and said, look, I'm not after your services right now. So I've asked them if they know anyone in their circle who needs my services, and then they've actually given me an email or a name of someone that's been shouting for help in that particular area who may require my service. So the worst you can get again is a no, and you've already got a no in this case from your leads, or your potential leads, sorry. So you might as well get something out of that, and you can do that by asking any lead if they know anyone that would be interested in working with you. These 2 points are the 2 main points you should be asking for referrals. Now, the main element to this whole thing is rewards. Now, if you give someone a reward for doing a certain action, then that drives that person to do more of a certain action. This is why if you're a parent teaching your kids as they grow up, or if you're someone who owns a dog or a pet, then you give someone a treat, you give someone a reward for doing something good, and that teaches that person to keep doing that. So if someone refers you a new client or sends someone your way, then you should give them a reward of some sort. Now, this doesn't have to be expensive, it doesn't have to be big. It just needs to be something personal, something that maybe that person has expressed a certain interest in through your conversations, something that adds value, a nice little personal touch. It could be something like a gift card, but try to avoid money where possible. It could be a personalized gift, a thank you note, a bit of personalized merchandise, just something that adds that nice touch and rewards that person, makes them understand that you're very grateful for them referring someone to you. It's these rewards and rewarding people for sending people your way which actually trains people to keep referring people to you. They won't even think about it in the future. You won't need to ask them in the future. They will know that you appreciate the fact that they send people your way, so they're going to keep doing that over and over again. And if you can do that with all of your clients, then it's only a matter of time until you get a massive surge of clients and your business skyrockets. If you want any more information on how to get new clients or more clients for your session services, then please download the free guide at the link below in the description. That's going to give you our 2-step guide to winning more session clients.